How are you? Introduce yourself to me.
Well, my name is Tim, and I'm here with Tina, and we're in Oklahoma.
Okay, nice to meet you. Okay, cool. Are you guys members of REI USA or no?
Yes,
You are. Okay. Okay.
yes,
Okay,
we
good.
are. We're trying to get going.
We're also part of your
Okay.
storage group.
Oh, good. So you're okay, cool. All right. So you guys are interested in like real estate investing, or what are y'all interested in? So I have an idea.
Well, we own a property management company and own 50 rental houses.
Okay.
And we built a conversion storage 2 years ago, and we're under
cool.
contract to buy another storage that I think it's got another 5 acres. We're trying to get to where we can build out the other 5 acres with RV and boat storage.
Okay. All right. So you're interested in storage is what you're interested in.
We're interested in a lot of different things.
Okay. That sounds like typical, like everybody else, like me. Okay, so you're interested in storage, you're interested in real estate. What are you interested in the real estate investing side besides the storage?
Short-term rentals.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Okay, well, so on the storage side, I mean, if you're interested in storage, we're actually moving my session to the Monday night. Have you been to any of the Monday night sessions?
I've made it to one.
Been to one. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So just so you know, like all the storage sessions are going to be on a weekly on Monday nights. So you should hop on and just hang out with us because we got a good crowd hanging out, and like some people have storage facilities like you, some don't. And then we just talk about, all things like storage, So if you're interested in that, I would come hang out with us on the Monday nights. I do that every single Monday night. All right. On the short-term rentals, all right. So on the short-term rentals, you have to meet Rachel and Rich. Have you been to any of those sessions yet?
I did a class with Rachel the other day. Yeah, she's great.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, so definitely you have to be hanging out with Rachel and Rich. So Rachel, she helps you get started in short-term rentals, but she does like high-end stuff is what she does.
Yes, which what we're interested in.
You're in the high-end stuff too as well. Okay, and then that's good. So yeah, so that's what she does. So definitely you have to hang out with her, and she teaches, I think, on I can't remember what day. It's definitely on a Tuesday, but I'm not sure which day it is. And
yeah, it's the third Tuesday of the month.
Huh? I'm sorry?
Third Tuesday of the month.
Third Tuesday of the month. Good. All right, cool. Good. So she does the third Tuesdays of the month. And then Rich was supposed to teach today, but he got stuck on a flight. So he missed his schedule. He missed his month today. So he'll have to wait till next month. Rich does he does Airbnb arbitrage is really what he does. Now he does Airbnb and he buys property as well too, but really what he does is Airbnb arbitrage. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, but we like to own everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then I would definitely hang out with Rachel, but it's good to go and just at least introduce yourself to Rich and listen to him because he does also own a lot of properties. He manages properties. He does Airbnb arbitrage and he owns Airbnbs as well too. Right.
Cool.
I personally am not like an Airbnb person. I just focus on I focus on storage and I focus on getting like people started in and like just getting them started is what I kind of do, but definitely storage. So I honestly really have no idea about Airbnb at all. So I can't really help you a lot with that, but I have seen a lot of Rachel's presentations and and things like that, and Rachel and Rich's presentations and kind of followed them and stuff. And I know they use a lot of different softwares like AirDNA and these kinds of things. So I would just really get with them because they're going to be the best for you, honestly, for that. Okay, good. Well, it was really nice to meet you. Sorry, go ahead.
Have you done much with the boat and RV storage?
With the what storage?
With the boat and RV storage?
We do boat and RV storage, and then also, you know what else we do? Big rig storage.
Wow, cool.
Mhm. We do. We got it. We store big rigs. That's what we do. Once
So
you
we're
get into
getting
the
ready to
you know what
build
you're
the boat in our storage. On the one that we're purchasing, we're under contract for, that has traditional storage. So we're novices to the boat and RV. So any suggestions you can make? What kind of doors are good? Is it really
Is it like
important to
completely
have?
enclosed or what?
What's that?
Is it completely enclosed?
They will be, yes.
Okay. Well, what I would do honestly is just consider this. Okay. Like you want to, when you run your numbers, you need to run the storage facility separate from the boat and RV, because what happens is boat and RV actually does not make as much money as storage. Okay. And you have to look at it and see. Now you have an enclosed facility. Now that's the thing, is like you have an enclosed facility that is 11, like let's say 12 by 30 or 12 by 40. All right. So you have a lot of square footage taken up. What is the price per square foot of that square footage? Right. And typically boat and RV parking is less than storage. I don't know if are you guys building on or what?
Yes, we'd be building out 5 acres.
I would just honestly just ask yourself, like, does it call for boat and RV storage in the area? Have you done a feasibility study?
Yeah, I found the lake, and there is definitely a shortage and a waiting list on all boat and RV storage.
Okay.
But it's pretty saturated in traditional storage.
Well, because completely enclosed storage, like if you build a completely enclosed storage facility, and I'll get to you in just a minute, okay, Bill, and introduce yourself. But if you build a completely enclosed storage facility, it's coming out to around $40 a square foot, typically nowadays. How much is it costing per square foot for the boat and RV parking? And what are you going to be making? Because if it's completely enclosed, it's going to also be probably around $40 a square foot. So I just want to make sure that you can charge what you need to charge in order to make money on that thing versus the storage units, right?
Yeah,
and
good point.
What were you saying?
I said, good point. Thank you.
Yeah. So I would just look at that and see, you know what I'm saying? Because we looked at, why do you have to enclose the whole thing? Why don't you just do like a roof and some legs? Does it have to be enclosed? Because if you do because we went driving for storage. I took a whole bunch of students out. We went driving for storage, and we went to go look at the boat. He wanted an offer on this thing, and it was a boat and RV storage, and it had like 4 buildings, and I think each of them had like 20 units. So I think it was like 80 units total or something. And and it was just like a roof, and then the beams in between each section. And I'm guesstimating that was probably like $20 a square foot to build that. Okay.
Right.
So that would make more sense, because the price per square, because he was charging for a 12 by 30, he was charging $100 a month, I think, or something. It was like $100 a month. Right. Now, if you had a 12 by 30 storage facility, like a unit, you'd probably be charging like $150 a month. So, if he only paid $20 a square foot for that, and he may have paid even less, because back in the day it used to be $10 a square foot, and I don't know how old it was. It was kind of newer, but it was probably maybe like 5 or 10 years old. So he might have gotten even a better deal, 10 to 15, maybe $15 a square foot. And so he was making good money on that. But if you're going to do completely enclosed storage, just look at what can you charge for that. All right. And how long is it going to take you to pay for that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind. Okay, cool. Good. Okay, Bill, introduce yourself. Are you there? You're unmuted, I think. Can you talk or no? Can you say something, Bill? It looks like you're unmuted. No, you can't talk maybe. Okay, let me know if you can say something. All right. So, okay, good. All right. So we have some time if y'all want to talk and y'all want to go over something. What is something that y'all would like to go over and discuss? I want to just make sure that, I make sure that my job is to make sure that you keep moving forward in whatever you're trying to do. So if you want me to go over maybe like some stuff on like how to get started in Airbnb, I would not do like actual Airbnb stuff, but I could do like marketing, like how to find properties and stuff. But I'm sure you guys already know how to find property, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
As far as
what else could I help you with?
Storage facility, since I know that's your expertise, what's the best marketing when you're coming into a market? Do you do obviously Google and Facebook and a good website? Is there anything else that you've used?
On the management side?
Yes. On storage.
Yeah, so we use Storage is what we use, and Storage supplies a website when you use them. So we do use them. And they're all like the prices are all kind of comparable. You just have to pick the software that you like the best. And we picked, and 5 years ago when we picked Storage, it was really kind of like top of the line. Storage is one of the most powerful softwares out there, and Storable is the company that owns Storage. So Storable is like a vertically integrated company. Have you guys heard of Storable?
Yeah, we actually use Easy Storage on our existing facility. I don't know if you heard, you may not have heard me correct. What's the best marketing to
what's the best marketing to find? I thought you were talking about on the management stuff. Okay, yeah. So the marketing for us is to find tenants, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Ideally ahead of an opening of a new storage facility.
Yes. So actually what I would do is there's a couple of different things is I would look at using Sparefoot to lease up. Now Sparefoot is kind of expensive, but that's one thing that you could do is use Sparefoot, which costs probably like double the amount of money to put a tenant in. But in order to lease up, it'll help you. It'll help you at least get leased up. What we did is we put our prices, like we bought a facility that was like an abandoned facility. It was completely empty. And we put it on Sparefoot and we put the prices like lower than everybody else. And like it got leased up like super fast. Like we were putting people in left and right just because the prices were so low compared to everybody else. And then what we did is we implemented implemented dynamic pricing. And we did like rate changes like every 6 months. And I think within like a year or so we were up to like what market calls for. But we got the place leased up and we started making money super fast just because we did put like a lower rate than everybody else, right? So we typically we try to be at market value. But when we're leasing up, we drop it by like, 10%, if not more, 20% sometimes. I think it was like the market rate at that time for those units, they were 10 by 10s. They were like $50 and we put them for $40. And we got leased up really fast using Sparefoot. So it did cost us, I think probably like around maybe $1,000 or something like this. But we got leased up within like 6 months. And then like as soon as somebody came in, they had that rate increase every 6 months. And we typically do rate increases every 6 months at 5%. And you can't do this in ESS. ESS does not allow you to do like a dynamic pricing. You can do rate increases, but you have to manually do them. In Storage, you can do dynamic pricing and revenue management, where you basically say like, okay, it's $40 for the first 30 units. The next 20 units are $45, and then the next 10 units are $50, and the last 5 units are $55. You can do something like that in Storage, but you can't do that in ESS. I don't think you can you? I'm pretty sure you can't.
Oh, I don't think so in ESS.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you can, but in storage, you can do something like that. So when you start adding on units and adding on doors and adding on boat and RV storage and stuff, you really want to think about like dynamic pricing and like revenue management and having that kind of automated. So that's what I'm saying. So the audit, so leasing that we use Sparefoot to lease up. And then another thing that one of my students did, which was an awesome idea, I thought, is are all the facilities in your area full? You said they're all full, right?
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would go to those facilities that are full and introduce yourself and say, hey, like we're the new people in town. And like we're not like we don't want to treat you as a competitor. We want to treat you as a partner. And so what I'd like to propose is that when somebody comes in and they ask for a space and you guys are full, that you send them to us and we'll pay you a referral fee. And so he did that. He was in like a small area in Texas and he did that. He bought a facility that was completely like empty. It was a brand new facility that was built, but it was completely empty. And he went to all of the neighbors and he just said, like, if you're full, just send them to me and I'll give you like $20. And so he was paying like a referral fee of $20 and everybody sent them to him and he would just send them checks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did that with our conversion 2 years ago, and it was amazing. This lady was our biggest marketer because she was full. I loved it.
Yes, that's what you need to do. You need to do that. So utilize your competition and don't make them competition, make them partners. Okay.
Right.
And then what else? And then we use so we do not like what we do personally is we use StoreEdge as our software, but we do not pay software for our website. We had our website created. We have our own website. And and then we and so that cost us like, I don't know, maybe $750 or something like this. So then we don't have to pay that monthly payment to StoreEdge because they charge you essentially like the software and the website per facility. It's annoying.
Right.
And we have 11 facilities. And you guys also have a couple too. And it's like, it comes out to like a lot of money every single month. And I'm like, all you do is adding another page to the website. I got to pay you $150 a month for that. So we ended up not using StoreEdge for our website. We made our own Miss Lillian self-storage website. And then we and then we have all of our 11 facilities there. And we just connected it to the back office for storage. And that saves us a lot of money. And then we have a guy that does like online marketing for us. And he does like Google ads and things like this for us. And to get tenants. Now, we're full. We have one facility that's not full, but it's a very dumpy facility that we're trying to fix up. But typically we're full, but we do utilize every once in a while Google ads, and we have a guy that manages it for us and does like, we'll do like a special if we need them, like especially if you're leasing up, do like $1 move in or do some sort of a special or something through Google ads, okay, for your area. Okay, don't use Facebook. Facebook does not work at all, but you can do Google, and you can actually do your own Google AdWords if you want to. But I feel like a person that knows what they're doing is going to probably get you more bang for your buck because it is kind of complicated to fill that out. But so I would look into like, especially on the lease up phase, right? If Sparefoot's not working or if it's costing you too much money, finding somebody that can really do like hone into your market. And really, because you want to be like within a 5-mile radius of like your storage facility. That's it. It's not like it's a big, huge audience or market, so it's like a couple miles radius of your storage facility, putting yourself in front of all those people on a regular basis. And it really doesn't cost that much money, honestly. It costs way less. It does cost way less than Sparefoot to do Google ads. People think it costs a lot of money, but it doesn't. And you can set your budget. What was that?
Yeah, I just was saying, yeah, that sounds like exactly what we have planned, at least so far. So We're in a really good location on a main road. We're going to have a good sign that's going to help a lot of traffic on that road. It's actually across the street from an executive airport. So this is a resort lake. It's one of the I just saw a thing this morning where it's in the top 10 lakes in the country for attractions. So
which lake is it?
Excited about it, and that's kind of why we want to go with the enclosed, because that's what all the good facilities have is enclosed.
Okay. Well, then I would just find out what is the competition charging? How much does it cost for an enclosed facility?
Well, it does. I don't have the rates in front, but they go from like 175 up to over 400 and 500, depending on, they have some that are 12-foot wide, 14-foot high door, and 80-foot long.
Does it even provide electricity?
Yeah, they have metered electricity. So each one of the units will be metered. So they'll have a 30 amp service and a 110 service, and it'll be metered, so they pay their bill.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say look at that too and see, like, how much would it cost to put that in versus not, and then what you would make on that too. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's getting really, I'm telling you, that's getting really popular.
Yeah, a lot of people like enclosed because it gets them out of having to winterize RVs and stuff, which is kind of a pain.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would do that, honestly. So I would find a place where I could apply, because we live in an RV, I would find a place that I could pay $200 a month and just plug it in and have it like enclosed and taken care of.
Yeah, it's out of the sun.
So much money on these RVs, man. They're expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But it's a great asset class because there's so many people own them now. There's like what was it, like 11 million families have them right now, just the RVs, and then you add boats to that, it was double.
There's like a wait list for them being stuff. It's crazy. So yeah, no, Barton RV storage is good. I don't know. I'm too cheap, so I'm not sure I would be able to. I would do like but it's going to cost you like $40 a square foot. Are you calculating like?
Yeah, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of money. And actually, one of my students, his name is Paul, and he actually is building a facility up in there because he lives in Detroit. And he's building a facility right now somewhere in the area. I'm not sure, but he used a company called FBI, I think is what it was. Have you heard of FBI? It's like the metal company that it's a steel building company is what it is. They build steel frame buildings and stuff. So check them out. He's building a storage facility and it's costing him about $40 a square foot to build it. And essentially they're ready to go. Like they already have all the metal and everything on the property. All they're doing is they're waiting for the permits for the okay on the permit is what they're waiting for. But as soon as they get that okay, they're going to have that done in just like a couple of weeks. So they already bought so much steel, and they already have a lot of steel. So like if you don't want to wait, he said that they got it all ready to go because they bought it and stuff. So talk to them. And
we're in the process right now of.
I remember correctly.
Yeah, we're in the process right now of retaining a general contractor for the job.
You don't need a general contractor because the framing company, the metal company manages it for you.
Yeah. Well, we've looked into those. I mean, we used Trotkey on our conversion and it worked out great. They came in and erected the structure inside the building and it all worked out great, but they don't really do the site prep and all of that.
FBI will do that. FBI will do all of that.
Is it SBI?
I think it's called FBI. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. So I can Google. It's like FBI.
Phonetically do the letters.
Metal. Yeah. F is in Frank. B is in boy. I is in indigo. Metal buildings.
Okay. FBI.
Yeah, FBI
Uh,
Buildings. It's in the Midwest Pole Barn Builder. Is what it
Okay.
is. So
Okay.
contact them. This is it right here. FBI Buildings.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got it.
That's what he's using. And they're doing everything like from start to finish. They're managing the entire process.
And are they doing enclosed or just
He's doing
covered?
enclosed. He's doing enclosed.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll at least get a proposal from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They may
Definitely. We
not
want to
be the
make sure
cheapest, they
that.
may not be the expensive, but he said he came in for everything around $40 a square foot.
Okay. $40.
Yeah. So I just want you to, I want you to, like, when you go back and look at your numbers, it's like, if you're paying $40 a square foot, how much square feet are you going to build?
Well, it's a little over 5 acres, so however many square foot that is.
Typically, you
we
can
got
put
the aisle.
like an acre. Typically, you can put 100. You can put 100 units on an acre. 100 10 by 10 units on an acre. So if it's not,
Right.
if it's not, it's going to be 12 by 50 or whatever you do. But essentially, you could put 100 10 by 10 units on an acre.
Right. So this one, the drawing we have has 180 plus the 74 that we already have.
Okay, so you're going to build 180 times 40. So what's that? Let me see.
Well, 74. Yeah.
Let me see. I'm going to go to my calculator here. 180 times 40. That's
So 250, 254.
is what it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you $720,000.
Yeah.
All right. So then make sure you put that into your CapEx as you run the numbers. And now you need to be making, $200 plus a facility. I mean, a unit, a lane.
Right. 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 Across the board, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So anyway, that's what we're up to.
Cool. That's awesome. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love talking to people that are like doing storage, because
Yeah, we are way into storage, and we're not going to stop there. We'll keep on going.
Mm-hmm,
We can find them.
Well, now you want to get into Airbnb, so that's also a good thing too. It'd be good. Like storage is supposed to be passive income, so just make sure that you work on making this passive income and not active income. Airbnb is active income. I mean, that's like you're going to have to be there in order to manage those things, right?
Right.
But, that's the only thing. That's why I don't like Airbnb. Because we live in an RV and travel full time, so we want to just want to have the luxury of doing that. So we just focus on storage because you could be anywhere in the world and really manage your storage facilities. But Airbnb is a little bit different. Hopefully you can set that up to be more passive as well, so you're not just stuck.
Right. And we think we will be able to over time, but it's also what we're looking at is going to afford us a place to move to that's in the vicinity of the lake and the storage and everything. So
yeah.
One piece of lake life.
That's what we're doing, because we're traveling around right now and we're just trying to figure out where we want to end up, because we were in the Atlanta area, but we're just tired of the Atlanta area. So we're traveling the country for a while until we figure out where we want to end up. And then we'll just we'll end up, what we're going to do is as we travel, we'll be like, oh, we really like this place. Maybe we'll just buy like a condo in this place or something. And then we'll have like a couple of condos around the country that we can just travel to and hang out in and stuff.
And you can Airbnb them.
And then maybe Airbnb, maybe not. I really don't want to, honestly. I want to be in the position where I'm like, I don't need to Airbnb that thing. That's the position I want to be in.
Right.
I just have a house just to have a house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I want to be. So hopefully we don't have to, but if we do, we do. We're looking at we're looking to buy a storage facility right now. I have to find the money for it, but it's a storage facility. It's 50-unit storage facility plus a commercial retail plus an apartment building. So like, and I'm like, oh, I really want that. And it's up in the North Georgia mountains, a very beautiful area of Georgia. And I'm like, oh, I really want that place so that I can, just have a place to go and stay when I want to go up to the North Georgia mountains, you know?
Yeah, but then you're a property manager of an apartment complex. You don't want to do that, do you?
No, it's just one apartment. It's just one apartment. It's like just
No,
one
one
apartment. Yeah, it's just one apartment.
Okay.
Actually, the owner lived there. He managed his facility and he managed like his,
Oh, gotcha.
Mhm. It's like built right kind of into this mountain. So it's a really nice area. Yeah, but it's just one apartment. So we'll either like just keep it as an apartment or we'll Airbnb it. And then like we'll just block off time that when we go travel, we could just go hang out there for, a couple months or something.
Right.
That's what we're thinking. So we'll see. But
Questions?
No, I actually just called our competition on storage because I needed to jump on the phone anyway. And he is taking wait lists and he's building another building and he's pre-leasing them ahead of time. And
awesome.
so I just think we've really got, there's such a shortage there.
And is it enclosed?
They're all completely enclosed.
And they're enclosed. And what does he charge? That's where he started at, like 175 or what?
No, he was at 212 for a 12 by 35.
That's crazy. Does that come with electric or no?
It has 15 amps of electric, or if you want to do 30 amps, then he'll meter it and you pay for it yourself.
Okay. Okay, and how many space? Y'all said y'all are gonna you're gonna do 180, right? So you'll have 180 times, we'll just say 200 at least.
Yeah, at least.
Times 200. So that's $36,000 a month times 12. So that comes out to, oh no, you have the 100 plus the 74, right?
Right. They're bringing in about 4,800 a month.
What is it? How much?
They're bringing in about 4,800 a month total for the 74.
Oh, okay. Those are like, are those enclosed or not enclosed?
They're enclosed. They're traditional storage.
Oh, that's traditional storage. Okay, got it. Okay, so then you'll do 180 times 200 is, I keep putting the wrong thing. 180 times 200 is 36,000 plus the 5. So let's just say, well, 40. So we'll say 40,000 is what you're going to make. 40,000 times 12. That's $480,000 a year. That's pretty good. Times, let's see, let's do, if you make $480,000 a year, let's just run it on the cap rate calculator real fast and see what it does. So you're making 480. You're building it for it's going to cost you about 750,000 to build it. How much did you buy it for?
We bought it for 450.
Okay, so 750 plus 750 plus 450 is what? That's like 1.2 million. Yeah. Okay. And your operating expenses are going to be 30%. So that's going to cost you like, what's 48? What's 48 divided by or times 30? Oops. 144. So it's going to cost you about it's going to cost you. Yeah. So that's actually really good. So it's going to cost you 400. It costs you 450 plus 720. 450 plus 750 is, yeah, 1.2. Okay.
Rose, are you there? Oh. Is that what it is? So. I'm pretty sure it's on.
Are you there? I lost you.
Oh.
Are you there? Uh-oh. You got kicked out. Are you there, Bill? Uh-uh.